Hi, this is a video for the moves in G shape in the song All I Ever Loved Was You. I'll go through the song slowly first, all the way through, and then I'll break it down. All I ever loved was you. You broke a heart that cried for you. I've wasted all my tears on you. For all I ever loved was you. Go out and find somebody new, but you'll be sorry if you do. You'll never find a love so true. For all I ever loved was you. All I ever loved was you. You broke a heart that cried for you. I've wasted all my tears on you. For all I ever loved was you. Let him buy you rings and diamonds too, but you'll be sorry if you do. You'll never find a love so true. For all I ever loved was you. All I ever loved was you. You broke a heart that cried for you. I've wasted all my tears on you. For all I ever loved was you. For all I ever loved was you. Okay, the first move will be the walk from G to D. I want to remind you of what we talked about in the class. Think of these moves as holding a chord shape, grabbing a chord shape. You're grabbing the G, the four-fingered C, G, the four-fingered C, and the D. Of course, you can do the chords in any way that you want, but I'm going to consistently use the four-fingered G and the four-fingered C. Notice how the ring and the pinky just cross the third fret. And when you're playing out of G or C especially, this is a really easy move to make, and the economy of motion is nice. So, to start with, the first walk, all I ever loved was you. So what's happening is we're walking from the G chord up the A string on the second fret, the 3rd fret up to the open D string. All I ever, index, 2nd finger, up to D. Again. All I ever, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, D. Back to the G chord. All I ever loved was you. Now notice when I'm playing the G, the walk is going to begin with the index finger. So I'm on the G chord. The walk begins here and then walks up the A string to the D string. I'll do it again. Just focus on the left hand. 2nd fret, 3rd fret, up to the D string. Do that a couple more times. G chord, all I ever, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, up to the D string. And when you get to the D string of the D chord, 5, 1, 5. This is a good thing to practice from the very beginning, especially when you get to the D, because you're target practicing that open D string, and then going down to the A. Bum, 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 bum. So to start at the beginning again, we're going to go from G to D. All I ever, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, was you. You broke. Now walk up the A string, open, 2nd fret, and then grab your C chord. Hard. Do that again from the beginning. All I ever, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, was you. You broke, walk up the A string, open, 2nd fret, grab your C chord. That cried for you. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Okay, start at the top again. All I ever, walk up the A, loved was you, to the D string. You broke, walk up the A string, 2nd fret, grab your C chord. Hard. Now we're going to walk immediately down to G. Right? We're D, up to C. So the hand position, boom, chuck, then this index finger, which is here on the, not index finger, 2nd finger, which is on the D string at the 2nd fret, is going to move over to the A string. It's going to move from the D string to the A string. And when you do, you'll be lifting up to go back to your G. I'll do that again, starting from the D. Boom, chuck, open, 2nd fret, C chord, walk back down to G. I'll do that a few times. Walk up to D, walk up to C, walk down to G. Do that 2 more times. 2nd finger, 3rd finger. Sorry about that. G string, G chord, for heaven's sake. 2nd fret, 3rd fret, up to the D chord. D chord, open, 2nd fret, grab your C chord with your destination on that 3rd fret. Bum, 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 and then walk down, second fret, open, G. One more time. I'll start from the top. All I ever, up to D, loved was you. You broke, up to C, a heart that cried for you. One more time. All I ever, up to D, loved was you. You broke a heart that cried for you. Now we're going to walk to C. I've wasted all my open second fret. Just grab your C chord. Start again. I've wasted all my open second fret in you. One more time. From the top. All I ever, up to D, loved was you. You broke, up to C, a heart down to G that cried for you. I've wasted all, up to C, my tears on you. Now we're going to walk to D again with the index and the second finger again. For all, hope to C, ever down to G, loved was you. So there are really only a few actual motions. G up to C, G up to D. One more time. G up to D. D, boom chuck, up to C chord. One more time. D, up to C. And then C down to G. Do that again. You're on C chord. Then you're going to walk G up to C. I've wasted all, up to C, my tears on you. And walk back to D, from C to D, boom chuck, index, second finger, up to D, oh, then up to C again. I ever loved was you. It's a lot, but it's really only a few simple moves, he said. It would be fun, he said. It is once you get it. It's the muscle memory. So this move, second fret, third fret, up to D. On the D chord, open, second fret, C chord. Second fret, open, G. So if you notice, the second fret's crucial. Second to third to get up to D. To get up to C, open, second fret, grab your C chord. The walk down to G, second fret, open, G. And then the last part, I've wasted all, open, second fret on you. And then walk up to D, second fret, third fret, all, open, second fret, I ever, second fret, open to G. So those are the basic moves. The thing I want to kind of stress in the first video is think about how you're holding your pick. be aware of your right hand. Be aware that you don't need to really grip the pick very hard to get a good purchase on it. That when you're plucking each string for the walks, you're pushing down with your thumb, and the pressure of the pick against the string pushes it on the thumb. You don't need to hold it real tight. Just the combination of pushing it and the amount of tension you put in your finger and thumb while you do it. That's all I can say. Try to keep your wrist loose. If you have a tendency to grip too hard or put too much tension in there, your wrist will get stiff and you'll end up playing from your elbow. So you really want to just kind of make it a hand motion. Flick water off your wrist to get comfortable with what sort of relaxation you want to have in your hand. And those are good things to think about while you're doing this, if you don't have enough to think about. The other thing with your left hand, I tend to play up in this position. It's a classical position. I'm 73 years old. It's more comfortable for me to play with my hand like this. People play down here. Notice, though, whether when you've got your hand in this position, what's it doing to your wrist? Is that actually comfortable to play it down there? Might it be more comfortable? I use a strap to keep the guitar positioned and to play it with your hand in this more relaxed position. Maybe not for you. But it's something to think about, because the habits that you develop now are going to be hard to break if you decide to break them later. So that's something else to think about. Kind of reviewing what we talked about in the first class. When you're playing a chord, ideally you play the 1, 5, 1, 5. You don't have to. You could play something else. But the 1 and 5 do suggest the sound of the chord in just the boom part of the boom chuck. So as much as you can get in the habit of alternating the bass while you're sitting on a chord. So for the G chord, for the D chord, your target practice will take you to the open D string. A string, D string, A string. When you're playing your D chord, your low E string will not be sounding, ideally. If it does, not a great sound. So another part of the target practice is, when you're on the D chord, stay away from the low E string. You're just going to kind of want to go between the D string and the A string. For the C chord, for the 4-fingered C, you're going to hit the A string, which is under your pinky in this case, and the E string, which is under your ring finger. If you play the C with 3 fingers, to get the 1 and 5, 5, 1, you'll need to walk your ring finger. With this, your hand is already in position. And I'll repeat this thing about the C chord and the G chord. I don't actually think about it all that much, but it breaks down to be easy to play, especially in G, where you've got your hand moving in this fashion, where your left hand is moving across that 3rd fret, what that kind of means is your hand is oriented to this territory. And if you're just moving it across, these two fingers can remain together for a lot of those moves. They're not, they don't have to open up and close back down on a chord again. That's kind of what you get to avoid when you've got kind of simplified positions. When I am playing G to D, my ring finger stays in place. It's here for the G, I'm walking, the ring finger's in place. The ring finger is still in place as I grab my D. Does that make sense? So I'm on my G chord, watch the ring finger, it's not going to move. These fingers move from G to D, but the ring finger stays in place. Basically, it just kind of keeps you grounded, it keeps you oriented. Especially while you're learning the walks, to get the target practice of where's the second fret and the third fret. To have that ring finger stay in place could help you stay oriented towards the second and third fret, which is where the action's going to be. So again, all downstrokes, no down up stuff, and try to keep your pick, how do I do this? This is impossible. At a 45 degree, not possible. 45 degree angle to the string, okay? Not perpendicular to the string where it's like, this is impossible. Straight up and down, you're trying to tilt it a little bit. The idea being to push the energy through the string down into the guitar by getting a good purchase on the string. If you pluck across, you won't be able to push quite the same way. And especially, I didn't see anybody in the class doing this, but especially some people have a habit of kind of plucking upward from underneath. Not a great idea. Push down into the guitar and you'll get a much better grip on things. Last thing I'm thinking about, I mentioned the rest stroke at the beginning of class. The rest stroke comes from classical position, playing where you've got your thumb pushing through a string, coming to rest on the string below. Gives you a good firm vibration of the string. You can do the same thing with a pick, and you use the rest stroke in the same way. You're pushing through the string, pushing through the E string to the A string, coming to rest on the string below. You don't use it all the time. When you're just doing a walk, you're just plucking the string. But if you want to really accentuate the walk, you can really get a nice, firm, loud sound out of the walk by using a rest stroke. That's when I use it, when I really want to punch out the bass sound. Then I'll go through a string and land on the string below. And in most of the cases for this stuff, you've got the time to do that. It's not going to happen so fast that you can't do a move like that. So I think that's enough for today. See you in class next time. Thanks.